7 was solving a radical equation. And a radical equation is an equation with radicals. Again, we solve equations, and an equation, there must be the presence of an equal sign there. The first thing that we have to realize is we want to get rid of this radical so I can get at that x, right? I can't get at that x until I get rid of the radical. Now, how do I get rid of the radical? I square it, but I can't square it now, because squaring this would be a monster. It would be double distributing, and it would be crazy. So what you want to do is you want to get this value here, this 3, on the other side by subtraction. Once we have that, we can square both sides. So when we square both sides, we're left with 5 minus x over here, because the squaring and the square root counteract each other, additive inverses. And here you have to write this out twice, because whenever you square something, you multiply by itself. When you do double distribution or FOIL, you get x squared minus 3x, which is minus 6x, plus 9, because a negative times a negative is a positive. This is a quadratic. It did not say to round or to express in simplest radical form or simplest a plus bi form. So the inference is that it is indeed factorable. So I'm going to subtract the 5, add the x, and I'm left with this nice quadratic over here. Factors of 4 that add up to negative 5. That's simple AM trinomial. And I get the negative 1 and negative 4, setting each factor equal to 0. I get my possible solutions are 1 and 4. Now, we're used to always rejecting negatives, which isn't the case, and always wanting to keep positives, which is always the case. You have to check this back in the original, and you can see why 1 is rejected. That if we put a 1 in here, and you could just type this right into the calculator, the square root of 5 minus 1 is the square root of 4 or 2. 2 plus 3 is not equal to 1. It's a rejection. And this all could have been done with the calculator. It would have given you a domain error. So there you have it, radical equations. Remember, the golden rule is, if this happens to be a part 1 question, go right to the check. Don't bother doing the algebra on part 1s as your first shot. Go to the check, get your answers. And when you go back and do your part 1s a second time, that's when you do the algebraically for part 1.